Alright, here we go with episode 83. Let's go and get straight into it. We are going on one. Three, two, one. Strange things to doing, by the way. I'm just trying to get this cue right. There we go. Well, shit. You can't trust anybody anymore. Oh shit, I just realized something. God damn it, I should have seen it before. You know what? This is another bullet in the chamber for my Naruto secret mission for Mitsuki plan. Theory. Not really. I guess plan for Naruto, but theory for me. It would. I told you to break Naruto's heart if he found us out. What if he had his suspicions? Because he is a sharp dude. What if he had his suspicions? And that's why he's so committed. He would put Mitsuki at risk like this. Because that's the other thing. We're talking about risking a minor, right? Although I think he would believe that the kid could handle it. He was able to handle shit. They don't see the kids the way we do. There's no way in hell you wouldn't let a 12-year-old sleep in your backyard overnight in a safe neighborhood. You wouldn't do it, but maybe you would. I mean, I guess some people maybe got a fence security system. I guess there are probably ways you could do it. Maybe if your kids are tough, they're already boxers and wrestlers and shit. Who knows? Most likely, you're not going to let your kid, your 12-year-old, sleep in the backyard overnight in a safe neighborhood. And these some bitches send them out on missions dozens, maybe hundreds of miles away from home for weeks at a time. Now, they do have one supervisor with them, usually. They're supposed to, an adult. But still, man, you'd be sending Mitsuki, you would never do this to a 12-year-old or 13 or whatever he is in our world, but they don't see kids the way we do. They just don't. The age of consent is way lower here in this world, obviously, right? But for him to still, even with all that, even with their warped perception of children, I don't see him sending Mitsuki unless it was super crucial, like vital. And this is the only way in to uncover the plan. And he never anticipated the other kids get involved. This could do it because this would break his heart. I can see this being the motivator. I can see this being the catalyst if Naruto found out, right? That makes me more convinced than ever that this Mitsuki's on a secret mission. I'll kick your ass. Slow your roll, kid. God damn. Yeah. Like I said, slow your roll. Things have escalated. I'll kick your ass too. I see. Is this some kind of he's trying to design a weapon to work against the alien invasion? I can see that motivating factor. She's just hanging out. Don't worry. She's okay. I would have called you. He's sus. Yeah. Well, that went shitty. Ooh. First of all, great line delivery. Second of all, mind control. We were talking about that. I wonder if that's happening to the old man. Hmm. They're not talking like people that have a secret plan in motion. Would that conversation have happened that way if they knew about Mitsuki? Is it possible Naruto's the only one who knows about Mitsuki? Why would he keep everybody else in the dark? Shit. That's starting to make me not doubt my theory. That's all he cares about, man. One track mind. I love it. He's just like his father. How dare you, sir? Yeah, none of this is great. Because F you. Because F you, that's why. He's about to tear that arm off, man. Now, don't make any sudden moves. I don't answer to you. I bet he's under my control. Shit. That's what it is. He's creating super soldiers that protect the youth. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's actually a brilliant plan. It's a brilliant plan. Too bad you lose control of your toys, right? Yeah. I didn't like your hesitation before you said the word helping. But you were going to take it by force if necessary. We already know that from dialogue. Is it possible he just sees the big picture? He sees it because theoretically it's a good goal. I don't know how it's going to work in execution. These things seem to have a mind of their own, and that's never good. You could be creating a new enemy, you know? It could be a little bit of this and a little of that. Yeah, you're so naive. Inadequate. No. Well, Jesus. See, that's the part that's not good. You can't give your super soldiers a will of their own. He's still giving me secret mission vibes, man. Even though I don't think it's Naruto. Who could it? Would it be Orochimaru? Does Orochimaru give a shit about inter-village politics? I don't know. Maybe it is Orochimaru. Yeah, no, we ain't doing no dying here. Yeah, look at him, he's pissed. Unacceptable. God damn. Will of their own. Yep. Shut up, Smedley. Keep your voice down. And this ain't good, man. He'll be pissed. Yeah. Well, that ship has sailed. This dude has a one-track mind, man. I like it. I really admire it about him. I'm not making fun of him. He only cares about one thing. Fate of the world, who gives a shit? Take me to Misky. If this old man dies, everything falls apart, man. Hey, can you, like, not die? He says as his son hurts him, he'll kick your ass. Well, I guess we're fighting. I have no intention of hurting you. Well, I guess the old man means what he says. Just subdue him. I don't think you got this. Although that's pretty good. I love the rollerball. I have to admit, I do like it. Weak. You know, I say this in a good way. I hate the sounds these things make. So what I'm saying is it's not a bad thing, it's just good sound design. Unlike that stomach shit from last episode. That was bad sound design. They're like White Walkers, man. Y'all screwed. Get wrecked. Oh, Jesus. That's gotta be hard on the throat, don't you think? So this is a golem. Those other things aren't golems, obviously, right? Ah, shit. He's going for the kill, man. He drew out his sword. What the hell's wrong with you? Dude. You know, when buildings start collapsing, I think everybody in the village will notice, right? Well, so much for your wheelchair. That shit probably cost $50,000, man. That was an expensive ass wheelchair. That shit was sweet. Incompetent. Incompetent. Damn, into the ground. Jesus. Well, that sucked. They got my boy, man. They're pissed. He's a pretty chill dude, ain't he asks no questions, you tell him no lies, right? That ain't bad. You know, the true. This may not even be a correct statement. I believe the true sign of intelligence for robots would be their ability to create art. But AI can do that. It's shitty, you know? But shitty human art is shitty in a very specific way. Shitty AI art is shitty in a very specific way. And those two ways are not the same. This is shitty human art that he's doing here. See? Right? If we could get robots to do this, we could maybe believe that they're sentient. It'd be a great Turing test. So they had to beat his ass to get him to sell. That tracks. Yep. This is where they're keeping all the prisoners. the no, the resemblance is uncanny. I'm not going to call you Sherlock Holmes here. They got bombs on the bars. So if you try to like break out, because Ninja can do that, right? They'll get their face blown off. All right, time to dissect him. Yeah, the examination with scalpels. He didn't look. You see the look on his face? He don't know about this shit. That look on his face, like I don't know about this, like examination shit. What are you talking about? So far, so good, I guess. They start breaking out the scalpels and start sharpening them on stone. I'm out. Remember, very still, no matter how loud it gets. Oh shit! Well, that can't be right. Wow, they can find that, huh? Yeah, you try to cut into him, you'll blow your face off. It'll be the sequel to that Nicolas Cage movie. Except there ain't no face replacing it. Yep. You got jumped. Well, can't do that now. It was a standard procedure. Incompetent. I can see a kid, but man, you disgust me. I mean, his plan makes sense. I get where he's coming from. It's just the way they're executing it is shitty, and there's also huge red flags. You cannot give these creatures free will. Shouldn't ought to have done that. That was it. He snapped. He was telling everybody. Hey, they even got him little robes, man. This is the wave of the future. That's not very nice, Charlie. I thought we were just going to be sparring, man. You stole on me. God damn. I'm going to remember that. You go to sleep now. I'm kicking your ass. Disgusting. Yeah, see? I told you you pissed him off. See? You can't control these things, man. Hey, man. He stole on me. He pissed me off. I can't believe that worked into my narrative. Look at him. He's pissed. What happens when your toys turn on you? Well, as demonstrations go, this sucked ass. Incompetent. You should have run that 10 times, man. You should not have shown that to him until that shit was airtight. Man, you had one shot. One shot. I get that. So you spread the wealth. I'm on his side, man. I'll be honest. It's all there. It's in the DNA of the show. We've been talking about this for weeks, man. These child soldiers are not ready for this shit. Get the children out of the trenches and put the golems in there, man. I'm with the old man on this. But, dude, you cannot show proof of concept until you have that shit airtight. Dumbass. Yep. Yeah. They need Misky for some reason. Right. Yep, looks like it. Hit the bars and find out what happens. I mean, I'm youth. I'm arrogant. Of course I am. Damn, man. Don't be mean to him, you dick. There was no reason to execute one of them, man. That's not a very good managerial style. Naruto snatched him, man. Snatched him up. When he wakes up, he's gonna kick your ass, just so you know. Bad back or not. Place cliffhanger here. Just as I suspected. Well, damn. I'm on the old man's side. Like I said, I have a couple red flags. There'd be a couple things we'd have to do differently. We'd tweak it. But generally, it's a really good idea. You're saving lives. Just it's no different than in our day and age using drones instead of using soldiers in like planes or helicopters. How many soldiers, how many pilots and crew members died bombing Europe in World War II? Anti-aircraft fire and enemy fighters took them out, killed them. And very few crews survived 25 missions. Very few, which means most of them died. If you could avoid that by using a drone, what's wrong with that? The problem here is we're talking magic versus technology. Technology, a drone is never going to turn against a master. They're not going to put AI in a drone. They're not that stupid. And if they do, there's going to be checks and balances. The AI thing, the only way Skynet or Big Brother takes over the world and destroys humanity is if you have, the machine learning programs that the computer teaches itself. And you have no hardwired guardrails in there. Even then, you also somehow have to create sentient life within that computer system. Those three things all have to happen, right? That's why it's never going to happen, in real life. It's just, computers are only going to do what we tell them to do. If it did get sentience, you would have the guardrails. And if you didn't have the guardrails, it's not going to get sent. You know what I'm saying? So it's all three things have to happen at the same time and nobody notice. So it's not going to happen. So you're not going to have a drone with its own free will and its own mind out there bombing a city of its choice. So it's not like you traded crew members' lives so that some potential city could get blown up. In our case, in our world, we traded crewmen's lives so this inanimate object can be destroyed or shot down with no loss of life. So we're saving lives, right? Here, you don't have the guardrails and you have much more potential for sentience and free will, clearly, because it seems like they've already achieved that. Now maybe they haven't. Maybe, a lot of things can simulate free will and simulate sentience and intelligence and not actually possess it. Computers, now, like the Chad, some of these conversational AI programs can fool you into thinking you're talking to a human sometimes. So they can pass that kind of Turing test, but it's not intelligence. It's not real. So these things could be that. They could just be simulating intelligence and not actually be intelligent. They could be simulating that. They could think they have free will when they're actually operating under somebody else's control. So the point being, in this world with this situation, what I would do is I would have remotely operated troops. So you'd have it almost like you're remotely operating the drones rather than, you give the drone a set of instructions and it goes does it, right? So I'd have remotely operated troops where it's a ninja controlling a ninja, a robot ninja essentially. And so he may be sitting in a chair and he's mentally looking through the eyes of this creature and he's operating it mentally, or maybe he's just actually on a treadmill going through all the motions just like it is. Either way, you have a human being with his intelligence and his free will operating that soldier. So the human beings are not in danger. Now that gives you a finite limit of soldiers, but you lose one, you can activate another one, right? I would do it that way. So there's no potential for the weapons turning against you, which I think is what's going to happen here. But that aside, first of all, it's a great storyline. It's a great potential antagonist, and I'm on the old man side. Like I said. So I would just have a few things I'd want to change. If he was on board with that, I'd be totally with it. So I get where he's coming from. That's always the most compelling adversary, is when you get where they're coming from and you understand where they're coming from.